Hypothyroidism is a condition that has fascinated doctors and troubled patients for generations because it represents a state in which the body's engine is running too fast. It occurs when the thyroid gland, a small butterfly-shaped organ located at the base of the neck, produces excessive amounts of thyroid hormones. These hormones, mainly thyroxine, T4, and triiodothyronine, T3, are central regulators of metabolism, influencing how fast or slow the body uses energy. When they are produced in excess, every system of the body seems to accelerate, creating a cascade of symptoms that can range from mildly uncomfortable to dangerously life-threatening. Although the thyroid gland is small, its power is enormous, and when it becomes overactive, the effects are felt throughout the body and mind. The journey of hypothyroidism often begins with subtle signs that may be overlooked. A person may notice that their heart seems to beat faster than usual, even when at rest. They may feel warmer than those around them, sweating more easily or struggling to tolerate heat. Weight loss is common, despite eating the same amount or sometimes even more food, because the body is burning energy at an accelerated rate. Anxiety, nervousness, irritability, and difficulty sleeping often accompany these physical changes, blurring the line between mental and physical symptoms. For some, the eyes may become more prominent or bulging, a condition called exophthalmos, which is particularly associated with Graves' disease, one of the leading causes of hypothyroidism. There are several underlying conditions that can lead to hypothyroidism. Graves' disease, an autoimmune disorder in which the immune system mistakenly attacks the thyroid gland and stimulates it to produce excessive hormones, is the most common cause. Toxic multinodular goiter, where multiple nodules in the thyroid become overactive, is another significant contributor, particularly in older individuals. A single overactive nodule, known as a toxic adenoma, can also cause the gland to produce too much hormone. Inflammation of the thyroid, called thyroiditis, may lead to a temporary phase of hypothyroidism as stored hormones leak into the bloodstream. Even excessive intake of iodine, whether through diet, supplements, or medications, can trigger the condition in some cases, since iodine is the raw material from which thyroid hormones are made. Less commonly, certain medications such as amiodarone can disrupt thyroid function and push it into overactivity. The clinical picture of hypothyroidism is both striking and varied. One of the most noticeable effects is on the cardiovascular system. The heart beats faster, sometimes irregularly, and palpitations can be alarming for patients. In older individuals, this can progress to atrial fibrillation, a serious heart rhythm disturbance that increases the risk of stroke. The metabolic acceleration also causes muscle weakness, tremors in the hands, and an overall sense of restlessness. Sleep becomes difficult because the body seems to be in constant overdrive, and fatigue paradoxically worsens despite the high energy state. The digestive system speeds up, leading to frequent bowel movements or diarrhea. The skin may feel warm and moist, and hair may thin. Women may notice changes in menstrual cycles, with lighter or less frequent periods, while men can experience reduced libido or even erectile dysfunction. Emotional instability is common, with mood swings, irritability, or sudden bursts of anger, and in severe cases, full-blown anxiety disorders may develop. Diagnosis of hypothyroidism requires a careful blend of clinical suspicion and laboratory testing. A doctor who hears a patient complain of unexplained weight loss, palpitations, heat intolerance, and tremors will often suspect thyroid disease and order blood tests to confirm it. The key findings are usually a suppressed thyroid-stimulating hormone, TSH, level, since the pituitary gland lowers its signal when thyroid hormone levels are already high, alongside elevated levels of free T4 and T3. These laboratory results provide the biochemical proof, but imaging may also be used to clarify the cause. A radioactive iodine uptake scan can show whether the entire gland is overactive, as in Graves' disease, or whether specific nodules are the culprits. Ultrasound of the thyroid can also reveal nodules or inflammation. Together, these tools allow doctors to tailor treatment to the specific underlying condition. Treatment of hypothyroidism aims to bring the thyroid hormone levels back into balance and relieve symptoms. There are three main approaches: medications, radioactive iodine therapy, and surgery. Medications such as methimazole or propylthiocal work by blocking the thyroid's ability to produce hormones. They can be very effective in controlling the condition, especially in younger patients or those with milder disease, but they often need to be taken for long periods and can carry side effects such as liver toxicity or suppression of white blood cells. Beta blockers are frequently prescribed alongside these drugs to control symptoms such as rapid heart rate, tremors, and anxiety, without directly affecting hormone production. Radioactive iodine therapy, a treatment widely used in the United States and many other countries, involves swallowing a small dose of radioactive iodine, which is absorbed preferentially by the thyroid gland. The radiation destroys overactive thyroid tissue, gradually bringing hormone levels down to normal. This treatment is highly effective but usually results in hypothyroidism, requiring lifelong thyroid hormone replacement. Some patients prefer this approach because it is definitive, while others are hesitant about the idea of radiation or about ending up dependent on hormone pills. The causes of hypothyroidism often intertwine with genetics and environment. Graves' disease, for instance, tends to run in families, suggesting a hereditary predisposition. Stress, infections, and smoking have been implicated as triggers for the onset of the disease in susceptible individuals. This interplay between inherited risk and external environment is a common theme in autoimmune disorders. Understanding these patterns not only helps in identifying patients at risk but also in designing preventive strategies in the future. Hypothyroidism is not confined to one culture or country. It is a global condition. However, its prevalence and management vary depending on access to healthcare and dietary iodine intake. In regions with high iodine intake, autoimmune hypothyroidism is more common, while in areas with iodine deficiency, multinodular goiters may dominate. Access to diagnostic tools like thyroid function tests, imaging, and surgical facilities also shapes outcomes. In developed countries, hypothyroidism is often diagnosed quickly and treated effectively, while in less developed regions, delays can lead to more complications and worse outcomes. This reflects the broader challenges of global health equity, where a condition easily managed in one place can be devastating in another. The psychological impact of hypothyroidism deserves as much attention as the physical symptoms. Patients often describe a sense of being trapped in a body that is out of control, with their mind racing, emotions heightened, and heart pounding. The irritability and mood swings can create tension in relationships, leading to misunderstandings and conflict. For those with eye involvement, changes in appearance can damage self-esteem and lead to social withdrawal. This is why a holistic approach to care is essential, one that includes not only medical treatment but also emotional support, counseling, and reassurance. Patients need to understand that their symptoms are not a reflection of personal weakness but the direct result of hormonal imbalance. Historically, hypothyroidism was a mysterious and frightening condition. Before the discovery of the thyroid gland's role and the development of diagnostic tests, patients who exhibited the classic symptoms of rapid heartbeat, bulging eyes, weight loss, and nervousness were sometimes thought to have psychiatric disorders or other mysterious illnesses. In the 19th century, physicians like Robert Graves in Ireland and Carl von Basedow in Germany began to describe the condition systematically, lending their names to Graves' disease and Basedow's disease. Treatments in those times were limited and often dangerous, involving toxic substances or crude surgical attempts. The development of antithyroid drugs in the 20th century and the use of radioactive iodine represented major breakthroughs that transformed hyperthyroidism from a deadly condition into a manageable one. Today, research continues into more refined treatments. Scientists are exploring ways to target the autoimmune processes behind Graves' disease more precisely, aiming to prevent the immune system from overstimulating the thyroid. Advances in imaging and laboratory testing allow earlier and more accurate diagnoses. Personalized medicine is increasingly discussed, where treatment plans are tailored not just to the condition but to the specific patient's genetics, lifestyle, and preferences. This reflects a broader trend in medicine toward individualized care rather than one-size-fits-all solutions. Prevention of hyperthyroidism is not straightforward, since many of its causes are autoimmune or structural and cannot be avoided. However, awareness and early detection play a key role in preventing complications. People with a family history of thyroid disease, or those experiencing unexplained symptoms such as weight loss, palpitations, or heat intolerance, should seek medical evaluation. Lifestyle factors, such as avoiding excessive iodine supplements and quitting smoking, may reduce risk. Managing stress and supporting overall immune health may also play a role, though the evidence is less clear. Ultimately, hyperthyroidism is a reminder of how finely balanced the human body is. The thyroid gland, weighing less than an ounce, exerts a powerful influence on nearly every system. When it overproduces hormones, the consequences ripple through the body in dramatic fashion. Yet with modern medicine, what was once a life-threatening condition is now highly treatable. Patients who receive proper care can expect to live normal, healthy lives, with their symptoms controlled and their risks minimized. The challenge is ensuring that all who suffer from hyperthyroidism have access to diagnosis, treatment, and support. The story of hyperthyroidism is thus both medical and human. It is about hormones and immune systems, but also about anxiety, relationships, resilience, and adaptation. It is about science advancing to tame what was once untamable, and about patients learning to navigate the challenges of a body in overdrive. It is a condition that reveals the power of a tiny gland, the vulnerability of the human body, and the strength that comes from knowledge, treatment, and care. For those who live with it, the journey may be difficult, but with awareness, support, and modern therapies, hyperthyroidism can be managed, controlled, and eventually overcome, restoring balance to both body and life.